got a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine wrecking, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! To all husbands with interest, bow your heads as the Lord mentioned.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the August 24th edition of the Walker AC Experience. I'm your host, as always, Walker AC, otherwise known as Adrian. We thank you for downloading this show, listening to the show on the multiple platforms that we have. Of course, this show is sponsored by Podbean.com. That you can find me under WalkerAC76.podbean.com. That's WalkerAC76.podbean.com. We have so much to get to today. And of course, we apologize for the show that we didn't produce, unfortunately, of the Saturday Matinee show along with Cerebus. Those shows will, of course, remain next week. Of course, we try to keep our... No, I'm not going to do that. We will keep our promise instead of try. We will keep our promise to provide you the shows that you tune into, the shows that you love, the shows that you like to download and comment on and whatnot. But of course, as we always understand, life happens and life gets in the way. But fear not, we're always here for you. Now, as I mentioned too, we have so much to get to today, but we always start the top of the show with how are you doing today? Are you doing well? Are you doing something for yourself? Are you doing something that makes you happy, that brings you joy? Whether it be going for a walk, having a great day at work where you got what you need to get done, hugging your loved ones, your children, your pet, anything of that nature, because once again, there's only one you, and you matter, and you must take care of yourself. Now, but before we continue, I'd like to send a special shout out, as the kids would say, to Tina Piper. She wasn't with me this week because she had a procedure that was done. So we like to send out well wishes, a speedy recovery to Miss Piper. Of course, feel free to reach out to her, give her a nice little welcome message, a goodwill message. You can find her on Twitter at the number 1, capital U, Talk Show. That's 1U Talk Show. And of course, you can reach out to her at 1utalkshow@gmail.com. Drop her a line. Wish her a speedy recovery. Tina, hope to have you back very, very soon. On top of that, it has been a very interesting week. We've had a lot of positive response reviews for my previous show I did about stammering and stuttering. As you can tell, I'm getting excited and I'm tripping over my words as always. So I will definitely slow down a little bit and let's get the show on the road. Now, recently, I've been working a whole heck of a lot because this is what I do. I've been working since the age of 15 years old, teaching responsibility, making my own money, carving out my own path. Of course, not being a perfect human being, I've had multiple jobs in life, and I've done so much in my life. And this job I have right now is tremendous. I love what I do. I love going in every single day. I work hard. I give it my all. Of course, also, I love my friends, my loved ones, my family and everything. And I'm always trying to visit and be a good son, be a good friend. Just try to be an all-around good person because, it's no secret. We never change. We just continue to evolve as people. And we learn habits, good habits, bad habits, everything of the sort. But that's another topic for another day. But in trying to be a good person and trying to fulfill your obligations as a human being, sometimes you get worn out. Not necessarily physically, but emotionally. As a good friend of mine said, your bucket gets filled. Whether it be anxiety or whether just your brain just needs a break. And needless to say, my bucket was full. Through no fault of anyone's but my own. When you spread yourself too thin, sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. And this has been the common theme for my show for the past 3 years. You matter. Your mental health matters. Your physical health matters. And you need to have that break. You need to have that break away from everything. And that's something I needed to do. I was very fortunate enough to have just a few days off, actually. I love to work, so I rarely have that opportunity to sit down and unplug my brain for a few minutes. The things I do, of course, take a lot of mental fortitude, just like most jobs, of course, not downplaying anyone's job. And I'm always thinking, I'm always moving, I'm always coming up with something new. I'm always trying to keep my brain busy, to try to keep ideas going, because I want to push myself to the limit. I really want to challenge myself. Because once again, these past couple of months have just been life-altering. And in the wake of something bad happening, you can take that something bad, you can transform it into something good, which I have. And I actually have to thank all the bad things that happened to me to really turn my life around and put everything into perspective. But once again, that's neither here nor there. So, going home one evening, I found myself being more tired than usual. And of course, I acknowledged that, and being self-aware, I really had to self-evaluate again. I recommend everyone to at least evaluate themselves at least once a week to find out how they're putting their energy, where they're putting their energy towards. The good energy, the bad energy. Are you spending that energy on something fruitful, on something that will make you better? Or are you spending your energy on things you can't control? Situations, people, things like that you have no power over, that you should not be wasting your energy over. So I had to sit back, I had to think about it a little bit, and it was time for a mental break. It was time to take my days off, unplug my brain, put my phone down, and really just rest. Rest my body and reset everything all over again. It's like a computer. You have to turn off your computer once in a while, or you have to do a reboot once in a while, because you keep your computer on constantly, eventually something's going to short. Something's going to overheat, something's going to malfunction. And it helps to restart your computer once in a great while, as it is to help restart your phone once in a great while. Once you restart it, to me, it gives it a chance to breathe for a second, gives it a chance to take that little necessary break so it can perform once again at its level that it needs to be. So I did that. Now, a little thing about me here. I have a hard time relaxing, just because. I like to be productive. I like to take the minutes of my life that I have left, and I like to show what I am and what I can do. This is why I throw myself into my podcasting more. I throw myself to my animation more. And other little things that I'll get to later. We're going to save that to the end of the show. So these past couple of days, I slept in late. Well, Walker AC late is 8 o'clock. That's damn sure late. And after doing my morning constitutional, I just relaxed around my home. And I did the things that I preach about. I woke up, I took a deep breath, and I looked around. And I took in everything around me. I looked at my room. I looked at my living room, my kitchen, my laundry room, my bathroom, all the space in my house. And I appreciate everything that was around me again. The pause in this show was for, I want you to understand at the time, the seconds that I took to appreciate what's in front of me. And then I looked in a mirror and I appreciated myself. I appreciated how far I've become. I've appreciated the progress that I've made. I've appreciated that certain things in life that were beyond my control, I did not let control me. And I took a sigh of relief. I sat down and started my day. Now, my day for me was I watched a little bit of TV. I sat alone for a bit. I laid on my couch. I relaxed. Try not to think of anything too difficult. I mean, obviously the basics, the food, the water, everything else in nature, but I just relaxed. And it took me a lot to relax. Once I finally did, it was a great feeling. It gave me time to reflect on the next step in the evolution of my life and where I wanted to go. And so this story does have a moral. And this is what the Walker AC experience is about. It's not more or less talking about me, mainly talking about the experience that I try to have that relate to everyone out there, the ones who choose to listen to my show. The moral of the story is you must have a mental health day for yourself. You must take the time to really sit back and really unplug. Put your phone down. Turn off the TV. Just have a moment to yourself. Now, of course, I know it's challenging. Whether you're a parent, or you have a loved one, or you have a pet, or you have obligations that require your attention 24/7, it's okay. The main thing is whether you can find a day, or whether you can find a couple of hours, or whether you can find 10 minutes just to sit back and just breathe. And focus on your breathing. And don't focus on the things that are around you that you can't control. Try not to focus on who's texting you, or the phone calls, or the latest podcast coming out, or people that are pulling you in so many different places because they want your attention. You have to focus on you for as long as you humanly can, because in the grand scheme of things, like I preached about so much, there is only you. And you have to take care of you. You are what's most important. No matter how anybody else feels about you, it's actually none of your business. All you have to be concerned about is yourself and your health. As selfish as it may sound, if you're unable to take care of yourself, if you're unable to love yourself, no one else can love you the way you deserve to be loved. Because when you love yourself, you know what your expectations are. You know how you want to be loved and how to be treated. And also when you love yourself, you can love more. I believe you can love more once you fall in love with yourself. That's just me. That's just my humble opinion. Closing out on my second day of my mental health day. Now I'm refocused, and now I'm ready to tackle the work week. To tackle friends, to tackle family, to tackle loved ones and pets and situations and stuff like that, because I'm going in to my new day with a clear mind and a clear head. So this is my challenge to all of my listeners out there. I want you to choose a time to where you put down your phone, to where you turn off the TV, to where you turn off your computer, and you take a time just to reevaluate yourself. Just have that mental health moment. Because like the hashtags say, like the commercials say, the mental health matters. It absolutely matters. Everyone knows how my mental health is. I've made it no secret on my show. I am bipolar, I am manic, I have depression. All those things I deal with on a daily basis that I do not let get the best of me. I do have my moments, of course, but it's just a moment. You take in the moment, you realize what it is, and you let go of it, and you move on. You try to evolve from that moment. And once again, you try to evolve yourself step by step by step. It's not an easy process. It takes years to do. And I feel once you're at that particular level of happiness and the peace and that nirvana that you're at, I believe your time is up and your time to move on to somewhere else. Now, of course, that's what I believe, may not what you believe, but once again, that's a whole nother story, whole nother topic for a whole nother day. My goal is to have everyone have that mental health day for themselves and to really let go of the negative. Focus on the positive. Focus of what's in front of you. Focus on the things you can control. That you can reset your mind, reset your body, breathe more, laugh more, enjoy the little things more. Because it can all change at the blink of an eye. Now, it's not doom and gloom. It's reality. I understand, and I know that my time is up sooner than later. I understand that. I'm comfortable with that. So the moments that I have, I try to enjoy as best as I can. It's easier to smile more, less to complain about, because realistically, there's nothing really to complain about. Everything is about perspective and how you see life and how you see people and how you see situations. I tend to smile more, complain less, cry a little bit more, but more of tears of joy, more of reflecting, more of looking back and enjoying the good parts that were blessed to me. I like that. I like the fact that I can lay my head down at night with a clear conscience and sleep peacefully and wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. Because the days are easy. The people are easy. The situations are easy once you realize what you can control, what you can't control, and the expectations that you set out and responsibilities that you take and the accountability that you take in life. It all goes back to self-care. So once again, I challenge my listeners out there. Find a day for you. Find a mental health day for you. And do it. Shut down everything. And just focus on you. Focus on your thoughts. Focus on breathing. Focus on the mental aspects of life that makes you happy. Doesn't have to be a person. Doesn't have to be a place. It can be anything that you wish. Something that brings you that inner peace. Something that will allow you to reset your mind. So whatever's bugging you that particular day or situation or something, that you can let that go with a good mental health day. You can wake up tomorrow feeling fresh and ready to go on. Because in the end, all depends upon what you hold on to. That last thought in your mind before your time expires. Is it anger towards someone? A situation? A job? Someone that cut you off in traffic? Or is that inner peace that you have, that you really know deep down inside that everything is going to be okay? That what you can't control shouldn't let bother you. You should let it roll off your back. And how you should treat your fellow man. And a simple smile can go a long way. Holding the door can go a long way. It all starts with you and how you see things and how you take care of yourself. That is my challenge to you. And speaking of challenge, I owe an apology to all my listeners out there, because I know a couple of weeks ago I made a challenge to my listeners to write me and send me a reason why that they can take over my show. I did pick a winner, but I had to put that on ice just for a little bit for reasons, but don't worry, that winner is going to take over my show, and it's going to be a very entertaining one. I definitely think you guys will enjoy that. But as we wrap up the show, you mentioned that there are a couple of things, a couple of surprises that I don't want to mention because, of course, if they don't happen, then I tend to look like a fool mentioning something. I have this great big thing, and I'll end up, it's just a wet fart. So let me slow down and not to get too excited. I'll take a deep breath. I'll let you in on a couple of new things. One, we have our own store now. The Walker AC Experience brand has expanded. So we are on, let me make sure I have this right here, Cafe Press. Log on to cafepress.com/WACE, Walker AC Experience. Once again, cafepress.com/WACE. Now, what you'll find in that store is you'll find a Walker AC Experience merchandise. You will see Henry the Fox, you'll see Jabari the Fish, you'll see multiple things. You will see shirts, t-shirts, pajamas, you'll see keychains, you'll see face masks, you'll see sweaters for your dog. That is so weird, but it works. This brand itself, cafepress.com/WACE is your shop, your one-stop shop for all of your Walker AC Experience brand clothing, keychains, accessories, stationery, everything. Take a look at that store, take a look around, see what you have. All of our items come in all shapes, sizes, colors as well. Look around the store. If you see something there that you don't see, that you want to see, shoot me a message in the comment section or reach out to us, of course, on email, slackingmajestically01@yahoo.com. That's slackingmajestically01@yahoo.com. Once again, cafepress.com/WACE. Of course, that link will be in the description below. We'd like to thank all of you for making this possible. Without you, there is no Walker AC Experience. Of course, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us on these free platforms. Look for us under the Walker AC Experience. Find us on Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, of course, Podbean.com, Google Podcast, TuneIn, Alexa. Say, Alexa, play the Walker AC Experience. Bring it right up. Of course, Stitcher, Deezer, Deezer, Amazon Music, Player.fm, Listen Notes, Podcast Addict, and of course, Apple Podcast/iTunes. You can find us on the Walker AC Experience on all these free apps. We do appreciate that as well. Of course, on Twitter, at Walker AC Experience 76 is all one word. YouTube, you'll find some of the animation, classic episodes of the Walker AC Experience, Slacking Majestically Show, Henry the Fox Show, everything in between the I Got Nothing Show as well. Look for us on YouTube under Walker AC. And of course, reach out to us. We do appreciate it. We appreciate you. Thursday, stay tuned for Cerberus featuring Miss Bradley, and Saturday, the Saturday Matinee Show featuring myself and a couple special guests every single week. And of course, stay tuned and keep a lookout for the secret show. That's going to pop in when you least expect it, of course. So we do like that as well. Once again, we thank you. This has been the Walker AC Experience. I have been Adrian. You have been my fans, my friends, my loved ones, everything in between, and we'll see you next time.